If you're an online entrepreneur, high-ticket coach, or other business owner, you're likely sitting on a gold mine of content that you aren't utilizing well enough, because only long-form content simply isn't enough. If you're creating long-form content like podcasts, webinars, coaching calls, YouTube videos, you're likely achieving very little brand awareness from what you actually could be getting if you were to redistribute your long-form content more. I personally like to call it premium repurposing, and you aren't doing enough of it. Here's why. Here are some prime examples of people that do premium repurposing exceptionally well in the space. Names like Daniel Dalen, Maurits, Rob the Bank, but these are just to name a few, right? You got a lot of these guys that are just killing the game off of creating short-form content that is well produced, stands out among the rest, out of their long-form content like their podcasts or YouTube videos or whatever. Now, here's where you should take advice from me in this department, right? I've skilled the brand Motivate the Mind to over 1.2 million followers. I've been reached out by Gymshark, Diary of a CEO, and I run my own agency that helps people do their repurposing. I've also helped over 40 clients one-on-one, and I've also helped over 10,000 people through info products, right? So I'm gonna tell you the exact framework we use to help our clients at Destination Agency. We call it the FEFF framework: filter, enhance, feedback, and this will cause a flywheel effect among your short-form content, right? So part one, filter. You want to get a piece of long-form content that you have already created, and we want to divide it in three big buckets: inspirational or emotional, educational, and entertaining. We ideally want to get like all three of these in the long-form content, right? So you could also keep this in the back of your mind while you're creating your new long-form content, that most of these three buckets are the buckets that go viral the most on short-form platforms, right? Like, I've personally studied over thousands of videos of short-form content, and inspirational, educational, and entertaining are the three biggest buckets of types of content that actually go viral in the space, right? So then we test short-form content with straightforward editing. Your typical, just some nice captions that's in style of your brand, your page. And we're going to test these buckets out. What sticks with your audience the most, right? So we want to get like 33% inspirational, emotional, 33% educational, and 33% entertaining, right? And we're going to rank these videos and figure out which did the best. We don't want to guess what your audience likes most. We need data-driven research to actually know what your audience wants to see from you. Now, a golden tip here is to use a new trial reels feature that's been introduced, I believe it's like a month or two now, on Instagram, to spam test, right? You can go crazy on there. You can, publish 10, 20, 30 videos a day without spamming your followers by publishing these to new followers, because the trial reels function only distributes content to non-followers. Amazing feature if you haven't tested it out already. Now that we know which are the best performing videos that we have filtered in part one, we want to double down on those. We want to edit them professionally, right? Because premium editing results in increased retention, immediate attention grabbing, like the hook is always better. It will build trust that will show off your professionalism, and it will give the potential prospects an instant perception of quality, which will all result in more brand awareness, right? More eyeballs to your service or product, which eventually will, of course, bring in more clients. Now, here are some examples of like premium videos or screenshots of premium videos that I've personally created. You can instantly like figure out that these are just like they stand out more than your typical like simple caption, short form content that you see a lot on social media. These also did really well. So your premium editing basically needs only three things, right? It needs good use of training audio, good uses of fitting B-roll, very important, clever and unique use of captions to create your brand's aesthetic, right? Or keep your brand's aesthetic. It's very important that it's all on the same page, right? It's very important to create that brand aesthetic. Now we have part three, right? Feedback. We already got some feedback in the first part, the filter part, but now we're actually diving deep in what actually worked and what we will continue to create for the upcoming period, right? So as you can see this example picture, you can see that some of these videos did way better than others, right? 100K, 300K, 400K, especially these two at the bottom, right? We want to study these premium short pieces of content that we now posted on your actual page. And we want to figure out why it did so well, right? We want to see the view count, the shares if possible, which platform it did really well on, the comment section, what the people think of it, and the watch time, also very important, right? And if they are performing really well in a lot of these categories, we want to study them even further. We want to study these and we want to incorporate them in the next long form piece of content. Which topics did the best? What hook got the most people in? Which category did this belong to? And the absolute best performing pieces of video we want to use for ads, VSLs, lead magnets. And we want to double down on these topics, like I just mentioned, for upcoming long form content to gain higher client acquisition. Because if we know that people enjoy this type of content or they do the best, if we double down on that piece of content, it will do even better and better and better. And the absolute best pieces of content are ideal for getting clients in, right? So paid ads, VSLs, and lead magnets are perfect. Then we come to the final part. Now that we've done all the three parts, the filter, the enhance, and the feedback, we want to rinse and repeat this process over and over again to build our content strategy. So it would look like something like this, right? We cut up the long form video, we test the high quantity short form content, right? That's the filter part. We pick the winning ideas, enhance with premium editing, part 2. We post those and check statistics again, feedback, and the best performing premium content, we double down on the upcoming long form to make even better performing content, and we use those for VSLs, ads, and hard sell content to get more clients in the door. And again, we rinse and repeat this process over and over again. Result? Elevated brand awareness and higher client acquisition. If you're interested in me and my agency personally running your content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube to elevate your brand awareness and lead gen with premium repurposed content, we're currently looking to take on a select amount of clients that we create 100% of their premium repurposed content for. So if that sounds interesting to you, feel free to check out the first link in the description to see if you can apply. Until the next video, peace.